Okay, so I need to tell you guys something. And before you judge me, just know that I am a great pet parent. Like, genuinely great. I feed them. I cuddle them. I let them sleep on my face, even though it is extremely uncomfortable. But on this particular Tuesday, I walked into my living room and saw my two little kittens sitting there, looking like the saddest little meatballs on the planet. And I had absolutely no idea why. And then it hit me. Like a truck. A giant birthday-shaped truck. Their birthday was this weekend. I forgot, you guys. I completely forgot. The one thing I was not supposed to forget, and my big panda brain just deleted it. Gone. Poof. No memory whatsoever. Okay. Don't panic, Milo. We can fix this. I just needed backup. I needed my people. So I did what any responsible panda would do in a total crisis situation. I called Luna and Jack and told them it was a code red emergency. Luna showed up in like 10 minutes looking like she had already designed 3 parties in her head. Jack showed up with a backpack, a full backpack, for a party planning meeting. That is just who Jack is, and honestly, I respect it deeply. So I laid out my vision: big balloons, confetti cannons, maybe a bouncy castle. Luna looked at me like I had just said the most ridiculous thing in the history of the universe. She goes, "A bouncy castle, Milo. Really?" And I said, "Luna, kittens love to bounce. It is literally what they do." Then Jack clears his throat and goes, "Guys, I have run the budget. We have $42.17. There is no bouncy castle. There is no confetti cannon. There are barely decorations." $42. I don't even want to know what happened to the rest of it. So then Luna starts talking about aesthetic and mood boards, and I am like, "Luna, the audience is 2 kittens under the age of 1. They do not have a mood board. They have a yarn ball." She goes, "Aesthetic matters at any age, Milo." She is not wrong. But still, we argued for a solid 15 minutes. Jack's spreadsheet literally flew out of his hands at one point. I still don't know how that happened. It just did. And that was honestly the moment I knew this party was going to be a lot. Eventually, we agreed to split up. I handled balloons, Luna handled the cake, Jack handled decorations. Easy, right? 3 capable adults, 1 simple party. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, so in my defense, I did not realize how many balloons I was blowing up until I genuinely could not find the door anymore. Like the room was just balloons, wall to wall, floor to ceiling. Every single color. I may have gone a tiny little bit overboard, but you know what? More balloons equals more fun. That is a scientific fact, and I stand by it. Meanwhile, Luna was handling the cake, and she was doing amazing until the kittens apparently teleported into the kitchen and ate half the batter. I still do not know how they got past the baby gate. Those 2 are basically tiny ninjas in fuzzy pajamas. Luna called it a rustic cake. I called it a miracle that there was still cake at all. And Jack ordered the decorations online, which was smart. Except he ordered a banner that was 8 feet long. For my living room, which is not 8 feet wide. I love Jack, but sometimes his spreadsheet brain skips the common sense column completely. The banner fell right on top of him. He said he was fine. He did not look fine. And then right in the middle of all of this, I heard the front door rattling. The kittens were coming back early. I do not know why. I do not know how. But they were coming, and nothing was ready, and there were about 400 balloons in my living room, and a cake that looked like it had been through something. I told everyone to hide. Jack dove behind the couch. Luna put the entire cake behind her back, like that was somehow going to work, and I just stood there, in the middle of the room, surrounded by 400 balloons, looking like the world's most obvious panda, who was definitely not planning anything. The door opened. The kittens walked in and looked around with these big, confused little eyes. And I just waved and said, "Hey guys, just hanging out. Nothing going on. Totally normal Tuesday." They did not believe me, obviously. So I stepped aside and said, "Surprise!" And then I saw their faces. Their little eyes went wide. And I mean wide. Like they had never seen anything so incredible in their entire lives. They just stood there for 1 second, taking it all in, the balloons everywhere, the crooked banner, the slightly destroyed cake sitting on the table with candles lit up, and then they just lost it. They started jumping and running and bouncing through the balloons, and they were so happy, you guys, so genuinely happy. They did not care that the banner was crooked. They did not care that the cake looked like it had survived some kind of natural disaster. They did not care that there were about 350 more balloons than any party actually needs. They just loved it. Every single chaotic, imperfect bit of it. Luna quietly nudged me and said, "Okay, the balloons were a good call." And I said, "Yeah, I know." Then Jack pulled out a brand new tiny spreadsheet from his pocket, because of course he had a backup spreadsheet, and he goes, sniffling a little, "I have run the numbers. This officially qualifies as a perfect party." And then the kittens ran straight at us and tackled all three of us into the biggest, messiest group hug you have ever seen in your life. Luna was laughing. Jack was definitely crying, even though he will never admit it. And me? I was just standing there in a pile of balloons and friends and kittens thinking, yeah, this is it. This is everything. Here is the thing, you guys. It did not go the way I planned, like at all. There were so many things that went wrong. But watching those two little faces light up, I would blow up 400 balloons every single day if it meant seeing them that happy. Because that is what you do for the people you love. And the kittens. Happy birthday, you two. You have absolutely no idea how much chaos you caused today, and we would not change a single second of it. Alright, you guys, if this video made you smile even a little bit, please smash that like button and hit subscribe, because Luna, Jack, the kittens, and I have so much more coming your way. See you in the next one.